back to Roll Call!
Roll call!
I really
Hell
hope that the
yeah.
Let It Rip set made it. I really hope that made it
Let
to
it
stream.
rip.
I'm sorry. I love Beyblades, but like the fact that it's just literally two tops that just like, and that was a whole thing for a long time. It's still a thing. Anyway, welcome back.
What about the anime where they play like checkers the whole time?
Stop.
What was it? Go?
Go.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What a weird time. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. The chaos is still here. The energy's alive. And we're back with our Slivers of Fate campaign. But before we get back into the recap, we're going to pass it all over the table to some mythical beast.
Where?
There!
No, it's a championship belt.
Oh. Sorry, championship belt.
Yeah.
We're going to pass to the guy in the mask.
Oh yeah, that's me. So, last week, we did not play D&D.
No.
We did do something else, though.
What was that?
We played Honey Heist.
What? No way.
I know.
What?
Bears.
We were bears.
We were bears.
But that brings us to today, after that video went up on YouTube on Monday. And so we're playing today. Yay!
Hooray.
And so then after that, is it Sunday?
Sunday.
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 Sunday, we are debuting the new show that Skye will talk more about. But before she does that, this will go up on YouTube on Monday and the process begins again. All right, there we go.
So before I talk about Sunday, I gotta talk about Saturday. Why do I gotta talk about Saturday? That's right, because I'm heading back over to the RPG table tomorrow night to return on Vampire the Masquerade, finally, after like 3 months of not being on with them. Which I'm really, really happy and excited about. So feel free to check it out. It's going to be Saturday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/therepgtable. You can also check out our new show on Sunday. This is going to be the premiere of DC by Night Monument of Shadows, which I am a storyteller for, which is really exciting because I've never story told. But that's okay because a lot of my players have not been story-told. So it should be an interesting situation. But we're all really looking forward to getting into it and hoping we can get you guys a good story. As always, please make sure to follow our friends, family, and everybody else. And also, a gentle reminder, we do currently have a charity going on for the Trevor Project. And for every $100 mark that we hit on the hundreds, I will smash cupcakes in my face live on stream. That won't be starting tonight because I don't currently have cupcakes. Why would I say that I'm going to smash cupcakes and not get cupcakes? Because I have the attention span of about 5 seconds. So,
a gerbil.
So, but next week, if we do hit that 100 mark tonight, I will be smashing cupcakes in my face. So please feel free to donate. The link should be on our page.
Yeah.
And that's it for me.
Okay, I think I hit all of the buttons. So, with that being said, we now go back into the world of our Slivers of Fate campaign in the world of Laplear.
Laplear.
Now, though it has been a while, where we last left off, our group of adventurers, the Order of Tart, had finally made their way south of the hemispherical border of the sliver known as Soluna. You are now headed down into the more regular day-night cycle half of the sliver, to which all but only 2 people in this group have been to this part of the sliver. Both many years ago when they were children before they moved on to other things. You all had formulated a plan to get through customs while trying to, have your bounty be undetected. And, you're now in, custody. You're in customs custody as you are awaiting for the government officials to run some checks on some things before getting back to you, most likely in the morning.
I can't prove it was me.
you all formulated another plan,
Which we wrote down this time.
which you should have written down.
That's right.
Please, for the love of God.
Actually, I think I do.
And while in the holding area, you also received a letter from Narayana's mysterious companion, who wrote and said, if you need some help and you need a way out of the predicament you found, holy hell, Bacon!
Bacon, I owe you a cupcake.
Holy hell on a
Damn.
handbag.
Thank you,
Let's
Bacon.
The bear returns.
Let me make sure that I notate that.
Is that from the Brad Pitt that you were bringing
I'm
that
pretty
from?
sure that that's from the Brad Pitt. Yeah.
We don't have a donate button, so I'm just gonna use this one a few times, because bits, equivalent of bits to the Trevor Project. All right. So, are you making a note to make sure you
Yes.
good? So, we rejoin with you all in the evening, getting ready to lay down and rest for the night. If you would like to take this time to all verbally commit to your plan.
No. So I start blasting.
This is
Okay.
you could.
So maybe
I
we
could.
should run through it just one more time, just so
Yeah.
we don't forget.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So we're gonna talk to the people, right? And we're gonna be like, "Hi, people. My name's Rin. I'm Duke Thorne's child, and we're here because we want to talk to Lady Tybalt because we think that the bounty on us has been placed against us unfairly, and we would like to discuss the situation. And these are my escorts. And nobody's gonna try to fight anybody unless we have to, because we don't want to get in more trouble.
Yeah.
And that's
Maybe
plan
not used unfairly, but like just wrongly placed.
wrongly.
By
Unfairly,
accident.
I feel like every criminal would say unfairly. Just
Without how would dad phrase it?
Unjustly?
Ungroundedly, like without grounds.
Ungrounded.
Like there's no grounds for
Unfounded.
Yeah. We don't wanna get
unfounded. Yes,
grounded,
unfounded.
yes.
That's a good word.
I
Yeah.
wish I was unfounded right now.
So
On these unfounded basis.
yes.
Yes.
And then if that doesn't work, then yeah.
Then we
Yeah.
do what we have to do, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Right?
so now who's
Right, by
gonna
any
be the
means
main one to
necessary.
talk to this person?
Well, I know that we were gonna use my connection as leverage, but maybe somebody else should talk, because I'm still kind of like young and like inexperienced, and honestly, like a noble really like would have somebody else talk for them anyway, like
That's
I could
that's fair.
try.
because they wouldn't want to get their hands dirty with the common folk.
Teresa, maybe not. Love you and all, but I don't know if
There's
talking's
still
a
lots
strong
to
suit.
unpack
I
with
can't
you.
tell you.
Well,
it's
how
it's
about-
not a super strong suit.
What
but
about
I'm learning.
Nariana? You're like a spiritual cleric-y person, right?
And you're also not on the list.
And you're not on the
Yeah.
list, so maybe if you do the talking.
I should be able to do that.
That's a really
Yeah.
good idea.
And I think that
And
people
it
would
would look
respect
better.
like a holy person of the cloth, you know?
Yeah.
The cloth.
That's what they say, right? Of the cloth. I don't know what it means, but I've
I
heard
think
it.
so. I think so.
And if anything, if it comes down to it, you could just say you're escorting us there to collect the bounty if there is an actual bounty, or like something along the lines to say like we're trying to clear the name, but if it doesn't get cleared, you get the bounty. I don't know, just an option.
Well,
I'm just throwing,
well, no.
like, backups
I
out there if
wouldn't
we
I
need
wouldn't throw
backup.
that out there, because then that alleges that we maybe have done something that's worthy of a bounty. But
Oh,
I
no,
don't
I'm
think
only
we
saying
have.
if they come to
I
that,
don't
if
think
they
I have.
realize all of that, and like we need a backup for a backup of a backup, if they even want to believe us at that point. But they probably won't.
Did we ever find out what we're like what the bounty is for?
Nope.
Like what we're
just-
alleged?
No, I mean,
No.
and that's part of what we're gonna go find
Yeah.
out, though.
Maybe there's like lookalikes of us that have been like causing chaos.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll have them know that this is a trademarked mask.
No, we did remember. No,
If
there
they
was
reproduce it
one thing we
without
found
paying
out.
us royalties, such as merch, there is some legal issues that I have.
There's they
You sure got 'em in
one thing
litigation.
one thing we found out was that it might have been due to them looking for your dad. Actually, both of your dads probably. Now that I think about it,
Yeah,
because your dad is in jail and they're looking
my dad
for
is
your
in prison
dad.
for some reason.
Yeah, and they're looking for. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I'm very
Well,
surprised.
I don't
No,
know.
not surprised they're looking for us.
I don't know why they're looking for my dad. Like he's like on the council, so I don't.
My dad was also on the council in my sliver as well, so
Hostile takeover.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
even
what
know
it
where
is.
my dad is right now, so it's not like I could
Yeah.
tell them even if they asked.
Dear
But they
Dad,
don't know that.
got
Well, right, but
arrested.
if they ask me, that's what I can tell them, and it wouldn't be a lie.
Dearest father, what is your exact longitude and latitude coordinate?
I must know from my
I
phone
must
call.
know.
No, see, Rin
Those
would do it more
hands.
like Rin would draw like a really bad map of the world and be like, "Dear Dad, where on this map are you?"
Your dad's like,
I am here.
there-ish. Cool, that leaves a
Um,
50 square mile.
Maybe don't mention if they are looking for your dad for like malicious intent. Don't mention the book.
Why? It's just
This
it's just a book of like tales and stuff.
No, the one you contact your dad with.
Right.
Wait, we know about that, right?
It's just a book of like
Okay, so what
Fables.
you're saying. Yeah, exactly. And you put your doodles in there from time to time.
hmm
Recipes of
Uh-huh.
Tarts.
Uh-huh.
arts.
Nothing
yeah.
else.
yeah, all of my tart recipes.
You know what? Honestly, that's probably canon for all we know. That part's probably true.
Do you want to publish Rin's tarts recipes?
He's gonna have like a baked goods.
That's a good idea,
like,
though.
thing. Yeah. You were trying. You did
One day.
mention
We
like.
just need to
starting
open up a
business.
restaurant called Tart Works.
I love it.
Yeah.
I was gonna
But
say,
first we have to get out of here.
yes. Yes, you do.
What's your father's name again, Ren?
Duke Leopold Thorne.
Thorn. Been a real thorn in their side.
You sure got him. Okay. So you all have now established a decent plan that you've all verbally heard and agreed to this session.
Verily.
I immediately punch the
And
guard
that's
when
where
he
we're
walks
gonna
in.
Okay, so that being said, you all, about 30 minutes later, you notice that there's not really any beds in here. A guard will come in, will knock at the door, open it, and then they will just throw in some bedrolls.
Fair enough.
Well, you have an appointment tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. with Inquisitor Quill.
It's a hell of a name.
Well,
Thank you. What's your name?
Mine?
Yeah.
Timothy.
Thank you, Timothy.
You're welcome.
is
I'll be-
Quill like the good one or the bad one? Or like,
Quill is an Inquisitor. I have never been inquisited by Quill, so I do not know.
Timothy.
That is quite quizzical.
What does it mean to be inquisitated?
When someone is an Inquisitor, they will bring you into a room and ask you questions and figure out if you're lying or not,
Oh, okay.
and try to find the truth.
is-
Timothy, do you
Yeah?
think that I could have some warm milk before I go to bed?
Roll me persuasion. As this bugbear in like studded leather guard outfit with a spear
28. Or, I'm sorry, 27. 27.
Oh, that made a huge
I rolled a 19. And I
Nah,
have
go
an 8.
fuck yourself. 27 ain't gonna do it. He'll look at you and go, I mean, that would be kind of rude of me if I didn't get the child some milk. Hold on. Don't. Hold on. He'll open the door. All right, boys. No one let them leave. I'll be right back. And then he'll close the door.
What a nice
And
guy.
leave.
He's just
can't
doing his
believe
best.
That actually worked.
Neither can he.
You really are strange.
Well, when you're just nice to people, they'll sometimes be nice back. Although I'm learning sometimes they won't. But it doesn't hurt to try.
A few
Until
minutes,
it does.
A few minutes come by and he'll come back with a small tray with like a small glass and like 2 cookies. These were in the break room. I can't have milk without cookies. So
You're so nice.
there you go.
You're like the nicest person ever. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Through
guys
some of our
didn't-
minds, we killed a dragon for you, and he's the nicest person.
You guys didn't look outside the door, right?
What? No.
Good. You would have been beaten up by 20 men. All right, I'm gonna stand outside the door now, and he'll leave.
Do I even need to roll inside for that?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you guys can roll inside if you'd like.
At this point, I don't think I need to.
Yes, you do.
I choose to disbelieve.
22.
21.
All right, I got a 20. You got a +1.
So I meet it.
Yeah, so you... No, he got a 19 +1. So you guys both beat
Oh.
it. You both know that he was the only guy there.
Look, the more we don't do the thing,
You are correct.
We're better in the light.
In the light, you say. Theme.
Light.
Theming. And you guys will get your long rest. And they are... you know what? We're going to high or low for these cookies.
Oh, no.
Low.
They're pretty mid.
Note that technically a 10 is on the low scale. They are chocolate chip.
Yay.
The other one was oatmeal raisin.
Now, is that Rin wouldn't like oatmeal raisin?
Rinda would not like raisins, period.
Yeah, Rin wouldn't like
I
raisins.
imagine Rin eating ants on a log, the celery with peanut butter and little raisins.
Well, that's with peanut butter and celery.
Rin would like pick off the raisins.
But
And
they're
then eat the
bad.
celery peanut butter. 'cause that's
Actually,
the best
first Rin would let actual ants climb across the log.
part. And then eat it.
God.
But not eat it with the ants. She wouldn't
She eats
eat
an
the ants.
actual log.
She'd just be like, there, it's a little log for ants. Yeah. Rin will share the
So
cookies,
cute.
though. And then break them apart.
So adorable. Thank you, Rin. Yes. So good.
So, you guys get your long rest. Everything's going fine.
Did we ever take any damage?
No.
I did.
Well, one of you did, but not the majority of you.
I don't even remember what I took damage from, but I did.
Why did you want to take the damage? You wanted to.
Pretty sure somebody hit you for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody must have hit. It was only like 3 points, so
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So you all take your long rest. For the one of you that can prepare spells, if you'd like to prepare spells,
I'm gonna prepare.
with the caveat that you can't prepare a spell that has a gold component to it, like a money component to it. Those have been taken. So anything that says like something worth X amount of gold, those are taken.
Hold
Such
on,
as-
I gotta reload my arms. Hold on.
So that's not how you reload them.
I
You
know.
reload them right. You reload them like a gentleman. There we go.
Look, I did the Roman Reigns thing. All right, it's all the same. That's just a Superman punch.
This just reminds me of Ruby in the show where
Oh yeah.
she had.
Oh,
Anyway.
Oh, with Yang?
Yep.
Yang?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's that game? Okay. Anyway, you all wake up in the morning.
Yang gang.
They will wake you up at 8 o'clock to give you, ample time to get ready. So in the morning, kum 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 kum.
I'll put on my pants.
Good morning.
Morning.
And he'll like open up a satchel next to him. I brought you guys biscuits for the morning. Don't tell anybody.
Okay.
He's so nice.
I heard about what you
Ah.
guys did up in Zephyr. You know Zephyrus, the place for you guys, since it's been a while with the dragon. Oh, I
Been
heard
a
about
while.
what you guys
Oh, yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
we're happy to do
Like
it.
to help out, yeah.
My uncle used to live there. He moved, but they're nice people.
Oh, they're good people
Yeah.
up there.
They really are.
So well,
I thought he was going to say he was related to the Goliath that ran off into the woods.
that'd be hilarious.
I thought that was his uncle. I was like, oh.
No, he's a bugbear.
We're just gonna like break half of a biscuit and like feed it to Douglas.
just the
The-
as toasty as the winter. Not.
Toasty as the winter is not.
The winter toasty.
So you guys will have the hour to get ready before
We are quizzed by Inquisitor.
you are a knock at the door comes at 9 a.m. prompt. And you will see two very armed guards with like helmets on that cover their faces so you can only really see like the slight bit of their eyes. It is 9 o'clock. So there is sunlight seeping through. So, for Rin and Ariana, you both have disadvantage on perception checks for the next 48 hours, or as long as the sun is up. Because you have been growing up in a lightless, there has been no sunlight like this for many years. So your eyes are nowhere near adjusted. The rest of you, it takes, waking up in the morning, it takes you like 30 minutes till of like looking at dark spots in the room to like let your eyes adjust back. But
Reminder to self, make sunglasses.
Yeah, so right now, Rin's doing that thing when you turn the lights on and an animal hasn't seen light and they're doing squinty face. They're just like, the intense and Nariana are both like partially looking. As you are brought into the hallway, there are no windows in the hallway, so it's just lit by basic torch light. So your eye, it still hurts a bit, but your eyes are adjusted easier to that. As you are taken down a hallway, into an elevator, and you go down a single floor before you are let out, and you are each placed into a different room in a hallway. Each of you are in a different room right now within the hallway. The room is a simple sunrod lamp down, a table, and a container of water.
Someone grabs the sunroad. Where were you the night of June 27th?
What is June in this world?
Yeah, what is June? So you all sit down, and now I'm gonna roll a d6.
Yay, rollsies.
Rollsies.
A 6 will mean chat gets to decide who goes first. 5. So that would be in order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Me.
Okay.
Is there like a little chair in the next to the table?
Yeah.
Corin's just like sitting in it, their little legs not.
Oh, you're
touching the
definitely you're definitely hanging
ground.
Okay. So you sit there before a moment when the door there's a light tap tap tap.
Come in.
You will see
Don't come in, I'm naked.
you will see two of the same armed guards come in and flank the door as you hear the footsteps of some sort of boot on the stone floor, and it echoes because it is this area. Even like the up above, there was a window. You could hear the hustle and bustle, but now that you've been in this room for a while, you know that you can tell that this floor is dead silent. You just hear the echo and reverberation. Ka-toom, 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 ka-toom. The caped figure coming around pulls their hood down, and you will see a wood elf woman. Very, very defined cheeks, very set in cheekbones. Long golden brown hair comes down. as she's holding a set of books in one hand, and you see a short sword on her side. And she will walk in, nod to the two guards. One will step out and close the door, the other one will step in front of the door. And she will sit down, place the books down, and just stare at you for a moment.
Hi.
Hello. So, my paperwork indicates that you would like into our half of the sliver.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Good. As you answer the question, you will see the book will open on its own, and you will see your words transcribed onto it
Whoa, that's really cool.
as you say that it appears. Please do not talk extraneously.
Yes, ma'am.
Your intentions, as they were stated at customs, were to talk to Lady Tybalt,
Yes, ma'am.
also to open a bakery.
Eventually, I'd like to.
Interesting. All right. Why would the daughter of one of the most esteemed nobles of the World Council want to open up a bakery in the southern half of the sliver?
Well, I'm actually glad that you brought that up. So, I've been traveling a lot with my friends lately, and I've learned that I really enjoy baking and I really like giving people baked goods, and it seems to make them happy, especially when the goods are really tasty and it makes friends. So, that's kind of why I want to open the bakery. But I also wanted to talk to Lady Tybalt about something else because there's a little concern going on right now. We kind of heard this rumor that there's something.
Slides across the table.
Is it the bounty paper? Yeah, this. Yeah. So I wanted to talk to her because she was at my birthday party last month and like she gave me a present and like I thought we were friends.
She was at your birthday party last month.
Yeah, with her friend what was his name? Yaris de Polto?
I have no record of a Yaris de Palto being in association with Lady Tybalt.
Well, they were
Lady
definitely
Tybalt was also at a wedding last week. Or last month, I should say. Her wedding.
I'm pretty sure that it was them because my dad pointed them out to me because the people were saying it was weird that they were there, but I was glad to see them. Like I said, they gave me this present, and I'll show her the bracelet.
Interesting. That was given to you by this Lady Tybalt.
Mm-hmm.
When is your birthday?
Recount state.
Yeah. I suppose it could be theoretically possible with the nature of magical travel. They could have done both. Would be quite strange, though, to visit your birthday party and then have a wedding the day after. But
That does sound stressful.
it does.
Anyway, we wanted to talk to her because we heard about this bounty and we were like, we didn't know. It was kind of weird, you know?
Indeed.
So we wanted to go and talk with her and see if, first off, if this was a legitimate piece of paper, and if it was, what was the grievance against us? Because as far as we can tell, we haven't done anything that warrants a bounty.
Are you aware you're traveling with a known pirate?
No?
Points to Typhoon.
He's a pirate?
Indeed.
He's a pirate?
Knows a lot about gems for a pirate.
Probably from stealing from people.
Oh. I thought that he was an appraiser.
Interesting. Maybe my intel is wrong.
I mean, he's never done anything piratey around me.
Hmm.
At least not that I know of. I've never really been around a pirate, so I guess I really wouldn't know.
While you're talking, she will just scoot back from the table and stand up and collect her books. Thank you.
Okay,
We'll leave.
bye. As she leaves. Well, that went well.
Next. On Typhoon. Kung, kung, kung.
Who could have foreseen this?
I'm not gonna say anything because this is their thing. They can comment when they want to.
She will walk in, do the exact same thing, not say a word. You will see the two guards interchange, sit down. She will place her book. But instead of leaving the table bare, she will flip open and turn over the note, like the warrant, or
Oh, the
I guess
bounty.
the bounty. Yeah, and just slide that over.
I mean, technically, my face is on it. I didn't say that. I'm just saying, like, out of character.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look back. It's good for her to talk on. I'm not saying nothing.
Interesting. So, what was your name again?
It's. Hold on. I have to pull up the right note. Because I used my real name.
I believe you did use your real name.
Yeah, it's Toros Farrell.
Interesting. So you're saying you are the child that lost at sea when his parents went deranged and took out to the open ocean?
Yes, but my parents weren't deranged.
I guess a captive of their own parents would think that. So the fact you
You
don't look
captive?
like an elf.
Yeah, a lot happened in that storm. It kind of fell in the water and came out like this.
Oh, you fell into the water, came out like this. You, what, brushed ashore? Rescued by a trader?
Honestly, I don't remember much of what happened. I remember the storm itself. And then sometimes I have flashbacks, but I don't remember if I think I either someone fished me out of the water or I washed up. Because it was a really bad storm. I don't remember a whole lot of it.
Roll deception.
I thought I didn't remember a whole lot of it.
You do remember that you were pulled up by...
Oh, that's a nat 20!
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You
That
do
was
remember
the first
nothing,
time.
apparently, because I don't need to ask you anything anymore.
Yeah. So,
And
Interesting.
I actually have a crest that has my freaking family because I kept it. I have a crest that has my family crest on it.
do you present it?
Yeah, I'll present it as like I even have my family crest. I always kept it. But because of the kind of amnesia, most of it's back, but I don't remember where I lived because I obviously as a kid. And then
Interesting.
yeah.
May I see that?
Yeah, go for it. Actually, if you could tell me any information.
And
I'd
she will...
appreciate
And you'll see, like, this spider web, like, go around it.
it. What the heck?
That is the family crest. A genuine article. Interesting. So, why would a wayward soul such as yourself end up escorting one of the most powerful, noble children?
Oh, well, so I guess once I kind of got to some land at some point, I found myself in a market and I met this guy. You might know him. It's this appraiser named Zachariah. Actually, I think it's Zachariah, right? Yeah, Zachariah. I guess he thought I had a good eye for detail, and he offered me a job as an appraiser. I've been doing that for like 5 years now, 6 years, for a little bit. It's been a while. You
Interesting.
can call him up if you want to, or I don't know if not phones, but you know what I mean.
And what were your intentions on coming into the southern half?
So for me personally, okay, so the group, they only know so much about like my past because it's kind of touchy. But I was not touchy, but like, shut up, you're not here. I didn't hear that laugh. Anyways,
Typhoon just screaming at the walls.
I want to just insert sad music as I'm looking at a wall. I wanted to find out some information of my past, and then we were also trying to figure out this bounty because we have no idea why there's a bounty on us. We even recently helped the town, like with dragons, which was honestly ridiculous.
Bounty on us.
The bounty she's showing has everyone's name on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So you're agreeing your typhoon.
People keep getting my name mixed up.
Well, you said your name was...
Because it said Water Ganassi, so I'm assuming that's me, but I mean, my name's Tauros.
Interesting. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Sure thing, bud.
Have any information on my family at all, or anything?
Doesn't say a word.
Yeah, it's still gonna say that.
Okay, I'll roll a d4 for this one. And 4 will be Bacon gets to pick since Bacon did 100. All right, Bacon, who do you want next?
It's Bacon's choice.
Bacon's choice.
What's it, Sophie's choice?
Teresa.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, Teresa, you will,
Mhm.
as you're sitting there, what's going through your mind? At this point, it's been like 15, 20 minutes before that since you've been sat down and nothing's happened.
Yeah, she was a little on edge. Definitely a bit on edge. Definitely confused because we were going to have Nariana speak, but like, you know, that kind of didn't work because now they're questioning us individually. And it's just, yeah, it's just a whole clusterfuck.
Okay. So, after a few moments, you will not get a knock at the door. Chunk opens the door. 2 guards
Hi.
walk in. She will enter. One will walk out and close the door. The other one will stand in front of the door. She will set down her things, open up her book, slide across the bounty.
Hey.
Please keep your hands where I can see them, Teresa.
Okay, and I'll just like raise my hands non-threateningly.
You can rest them on the table.
Oh, okay.
Good. So, Teresa,
Mm-hmm. Hi. Yes, that's my name.
I'm pretty sure, at least.
what is your last name?
Marigold.
Marigold. Interesting. Why are you traveling around with the child of a noble?
Well, so I was actually like, commissioned to help make a birthday present for Rin, and then we went over and I presented it myself, and then I was asked to like help and like see the world and like be with Rin, so I was like, fuck it, I don't have anything else to do. Because my dad was like, I'm gonna go away for a little bit, and
Who is your
I don't
father?
know, so, Charles Marigold.
Ah. Good to know, good to know. So you were at Rin's birthday party.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And
I helped set up the stage.
can you corroborate that a Lady Tybalt was there?
I saw that, right? Yes, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. She was there.
So you saw this figure. And we'll slide across a photo
Is that of Lady
of a
Tybalt?
Yuan-Ti woman.
Is that
Well
of
done.
Lady Tybalt? DM.
That was not Lady Tybalt.
No, that's not her. That's something else. That is.
So you say that you've seen Lady Tybalt at this birthday
Yeah.
party, but yet I show an
Yes.
image of the Lady Tybalt.
But
And you
that
did
wasn't
not
a-
see this one.
That wasn't. She looked different. From when she
Did
was
she have her
introduced.
hair in a different way? Was she wearing a different outfit?
This was like a month ago. I don't remember.
Interesting. Interesting. Very good.
Very good in a good way or very good in a bad way? I can't really tell with your expression.
I mean, that's fair.
Thank you. And she will stand up and leave.
Oh, okay. Take care on the way out. Yes.
Okay, so
Teresa's
we're gonna
just
go. Mariana, do you want odds or do you want evens?
That's
Kun. Mariana, you've been sitting in that room for 30 minutes. What have you been doing?
just contemplating life, just relaxing, feeling the light of Celine.
So, you hear a knock on the door. And in walking is the Inquisitor Quill herself. No guards, just her. She sits
Good day,
down.
ma'am.
Good day, sorry to bother you.
No trouble at all.
She will sit down, open her book. I don't enjoy interrogating individuals of faith. But since you are accompanying a group of wanted individuals, I do need to ask you some questions. So if you'd be so kind to answer them honestly, you can be on your way in a matter of minutes.
Appreciate that.
Are you aware that you are traveling with a group of highly dangerous, highly disturbing individuals?
Highly disturbing.
They have their quirks, but I was not aware that they were deranged or disturbed. We did come in contact finding out that they were wanted for a bounty.
Yes, and from that bounty, she'll open up a manila folder, and we have many disturbance notices from various places around the sliver, and we'll start laying out different police reports. We have an act of vandalism, we have threatening the public, we have one of apparently threatening some school children. We have one of misdemeanor battery. We have another of apparently they're linked to a missing persons case who was later found dead.
I have no proof of that.
I haven't been with the group very long, but it doesn't seem like something I would do.
Interesting. Haven't been with them long. How long have you been with them?
Been what, like a week?
But then it's been like 2.5.
So about 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks, and we have a eyewitness report saying that you let them stay with you in the Temple of Twilight Shroud.
Yes, with my family.
Interesting indeed. What are your intentions with entering into the southern half?
We were looking for Lady Tybalt. To
What
inquire
for?
about the bounty.
Good. Well then. Thank you for your time. Unfortunately, at this time, I cannot clear you to leave. And she will stand up and collect her things.
I knew it was a trap. Oh, we should have asked for our attorneys.
Why didn't we get that nice treatment?
We should have asked for our attorneys.
Yeah, I need a
Nice
phone call.
treatment.
I need a phone call, okay?
I have been waiting for this session. Your guys' reactions to all of
bully.
these have been exactly what I was hoping for. Just
I
the
want a
wait a
frickin'
minute,
phone
hold on a
call.
thing. And the fun thing is, none of you have any idea of these conversations. So finally, Kun
Yes.
FBI, open up.
opens the door. 2 guards come in. Same thing happens. She sits down, opens her book, slides across the bounty. Please state your name for the record.
Not until I have an attorney present.
Unfortunately, individuals wanted for various acts of what could be seen as domestic terrorism do not get attorneys.
That's against the law.
So I was about to say, that's against
In
the
the
law.
United States of America, not here.
I wasn't aware this was the U.S.
I got bad news for y'all.
I demand justice.
So, please state your name for the
Justice
record.
will be served.
Dragonheart Jr.
The child of known and famed fighter and killer, Dragonheart Sr.
I'm sorry, you missed the hero part of that. Yes.
Heroes are decided on who's the victor and who's the loser.
Mm-hmm.
I will determine death is death, murder is murder.
Or self-defense, or defeating, evil things. When you're called upon to help people.
Indeed. Still murder. Why are you accompanying Rin at this time?
As in, why are we here?
Why are you accompanying Rin at this time?
Because we're here to see Lady Tybalt.
Why?
Because of apparently a bounty put on us.
Indeed. And you would like an audience with her.
Yes, to remove this wrongful bounty, because we have done nothing wrong.
Several eyewitnesses and incident reports would dictate otherwise, but carry on.
Nothing else to say. We are here to remove the bounty for a wrongful...
Contribution.
There you go. What she said.
Interesting. And is there a way you can corroborate a Lady Tybalt was at Rin's birthday party, which you performed with your father?
I did perform with my father, yes. And from what I understand, yes, Lady Tybalt was there.
Slides over a photo of a pink tiefling. Was this Lady Tybalt?
All right, now we're talking about a long time ago.
It is the...
She was a pink tiefling, yeah.
She
Okay.
was a pink tiefling.
That would be Lady Tybalt, yes.
Interesting.
Or at least someone who was introduced to me as Lady Tybalt.
Interesting. Have you committed any crimes against this sliver and its people?
Outside of defending ourselves from robberies or helping those in need, no. So breaking laws, no. Helping people, yes. Everything we've done has been within our right to protect ourselves. Or to protect others from being, as you put, murdered.
Interesting. Now, Mr. Dragonheart,
Mm-hmm.
or should I say, Aaron. I want you to know we take our security very seriously, and I want to trust you. You have a long reputation that precedes you, albeit with your father's missteps behind him. He also carries some weight with certain members of government, and is liked more so by those people of government rather than Rin's lineage. Would you be willing to testify and corroborate that your compatriots are the ones that have committed these crimes? If you do, we will let you go and you will be free to continue about your path.
I'm sorry, you asking me to say that we did illegal things as a group in further gain of ourselves rather than helping people, and is it corroborate and say that my friends are criminals?
If that's how you'd like to take it.
I'll tell you this, I suggest you leave before you have to arrest me. For more, because I'm not turning on people. I have done nothing but good, my friends have done nothing but good, And you come in here and go, hey, help me arrest your friends. We have
Loyalty is important. But is freedom? Were you threatening me just now?
No, I'm saying if you try to arrest us for doing the right thing, that's not going to work out in your favor. You're going to be citizens that here. We've made a name for ourselves for helping people. Like you said, my father has weight, and I would never call upon his name to get me out of a situation. But if you know the deeds he's done, whether you like him or not, we do good things. He's done good things. And you want me to, say that my friends stopped raiders or murderers or robbers or help people find people? No.
Dragons. Excuse me.
If that's the position you'd like to take, then that's what you'd like to take.
And it sounds like you're looking for someone to blame.
Merely finding answers to the questions I have.
No, you're looking for excuses. You want to find somebody to wrap it up in a nice little bow and go, look, I figured it out, and that's their fault.
Very well. Thank you. And we'll stand up and leave. You each sit there for another 30 minutes before a guard will walk in to Rin's room. Based on answers. In Teresa's room. Follow me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And you are taken into a second room, to which there are 2 chairs, and you are seated, and Inquisitor Quell is already there.
Hey.
Have a seat.
Are we together?
Hey.
You and Teresa are both together.
Oh, hey.
Okay. Hey. Hey.
Hey.
You will sit down.
Well, this is awkward.
Is it?
Is it? For whom? For you? Why, do you feel like you're hiding something? Do you feel like you need
No.
to let something off your chest? Is there something in the air?
I'm gonna smell the air.
That's what Rin just did, was like, is there something in the air?
Is something flying?
Seems fine to me.
There's 11 in the air.
Can you feel the love?
Rin? Teresa.
Hey.
Hey.
I brought you 2 into this room together because I have more questions. More questions about specifically your parents. And why they would
yeah.
let their 2 precious children go gallivanting about after years of solitude and secrecy.
Was it?
Hmm?
I don't think it was really like a secret. Like, people knew I was there. I was friends with everybody in the town.
People in Felidin knew you were there.
Yeah.
Our record does not have a child of Charles Marigold.
Did Dad ever like mention like not having a?
Nope.
Having a.
You have no recollection of him ever mentioning that you shouldn't bring him up.
Yeah.
In Rin,
That's weird.
after years of you being kept nice and safe, your father let you out?
Well, admittedly, my dad's a little overprotective. I mean, I am his little cute cinnamon cinnamon bun. But I don't know. He got really busy with some work stuff, and I have always kind of wanted to go off and explore the world, and like, you know, we had all these nice friends around me at my birthday, and so yeah, it's been good though, like for the most part, and getting like
Been a lot of fun.
real world experience and meeting people and.
For the most part, you say. What would you say is not the fun part?
Well, there was a couple things that weren't so fun. Like, So when we were in, what was the town that we met the bandits in?
The one you were pickpocketed from?
Yeah.
That would be... Nope, wrong thing. Make sure I get the right one. I'm pretty sure it's Duskbell.
The Beetle Town.
Dustbell?
Duskbell.
Yes, Duskbell.
Yeah, Dustbell. When we were in Dustbell, there was this bandit group that like stole from us, and we tried to get our stuff back, and we tried to ask real nice, but they didn't want to be nice about it, and then we had to go into this fighting pit and like fight people, and it was real bad. And then they sent us off to like go and take care of this supply thing for them, and then we got there and there was this dragon there, and like then we had to like the dragon was attacking people, so then we had to fight the dragon. I don't really like fighting people. Like I don't like to do it because it's scary, and I'm scary sometimes, which is not fun. But like that, you know, it's a lot. And then there was this other situation where we were up by this lake, and there was these like people up there, and they had somebody hostage, and we were like, you need to let him go. And they were like, well, but he did something to the lake with the plants, and so we were trying to help. And then I don't know, they did something really weird with the drugs and stuff, and then the next thing that I know, I accidentally killed him, and I didn't mean to kill him. At this point, Ren's like sobbing.
I'm just gonna hold Ren. It's okay.
I'd like to make
It's
a
alright.
run
We know
for
you
it.
didn't mean to. We didn't mean to. This looks so bad. This looks so fucking bad.
Whatever could you mean?
Listen,
This looks so
Oh.
bad.
Don't look at me.
listen.
This is fine.
It's either lie or
is
don't
fine.
lie. This is the choice.
Right?
Or withhold information, but that's
Right.
cool.
Decide
This
what
is
you're
fine.
sharing.
She made good choices on who to pick, though. I ain't gonna lie. I hate you, Brandon.
I'm gonna fuck up that party.
Oh my god.
He's been waiting for this. He's been waiting for this.
So you admit you were behind the disappearance of Dr. Junelle Pelipper.
We were trying to help him. And then the lady with the bugs, she drugged me and Claw. And I don't know what happened. We kind of
Claw?
blacked out. Yeah, my friend Claw.
Who is this Claw?
She's my
You have
friend
to, like,
Claw.
leave.
She had to leave, though.
Yeah. He doesn't
Interesting.
talk much.
But they were holding him hostage, and they were threatening to kill him, and we were trying to help, I promise.
And so you murdered him.
Yes.
Who all was present with you?
Claw, Teresa,
Doing other things, right?
Dragonheart, and Typhoon. But it was just me and Claw who were under the effects of the weird things.
Thank you. Teresa.
Hmm.
Are you aware of your father's current state?
Unfortunately, yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's like a misunderstanding. Like he doesn't do anything wrong. Or he hasn't done anything wrong.
Interesting.
He's a really nice dude. He doesn't really know how to cook, but like but I love him.
Thank you for
He
your
gave me
time.
my first tool set.
And she will stand up and leave you two in the room and walk out.
Ren, this is like really scary, but like I'm sure I'll be okay, yeah?
I mean, I think so. I always say, like, if you do the right thing, that you'll be okay, right?
Yeah, of course. And you have done the right thing.
Next, two guards will come and get Dragonheart and Typhoon and place you two into a room.
So,
So
She is not there, but when you guys get there,
Mm.
you two have a moment to talk.
I think there's cameras or something in here. I don't know.
That's fair.
You can give me a perception check if you'd like.
I would like to give a perception check.
There's like a single druid who's dressed up as a spider in the corner.
Where's my perception? Oh, that's 15.
15 perception?
Yeah.
far as you can tell, there's nothing in here.
As far as I can tell, it doesn't mean that nothing's in there. I still like, nope. I realize being quiet in these type of situations is best.
Okay. After a few moments, the door will open. 2 guards will walk in. Inquisitor Quell will walk in, sit down, and the 2 guards will stay in the room. Out of respect for your father, I will use the name you give. Dragonheart.
Mm-hmm.
What is the gentleman's name sitting next to you?
What's your name again?
The name, I don't know if he's ever said his actual name.
That's
to you.
why I'm asking him.
If you say, what do you, and she'll go, no, Typhoon, do not
For
answer.
the record, before when we first got there,
He
and,
did
everyone
say
was
it.
introduced their name. I said Taros in front of everyone, and because then later I was like, why did everybody use real names? I thought we were using fake names.
Yeah, so is it okay? Fine, then I guess that will. He did mention that. That's right. So I don't need to ask that. That's me also.
I was gonna tell Ren, but she was kind of in a spiel of like she was
Yeah, so I guess because I
was
never
like,
used
"Ah,
I never use his real name, so I guess I need to remember of his name. So yeah, I'll give the name he gave at the gate.
Interesting. Good to know. So I brought you 2 together after talking with Rin and Teresa. You 2 were a part of Dr. Junel Pelipper's disappearance and murder.
No, we weren't part of his disappearance. We were asked to go find him.
Yeah, it was actually right after little one's birthday. We were trying to find she wanted to adventure and stuff, and trying to find a little, it's like, an easy adventuring quest of sorts. And so this lady in the local area said that this person's missing. Try to go find them. And upon trying to find them, we found some druids, right? And some other people that are keeping him hostage because he did something to a river. And then we were just trying to clean up the river for something that happened. I think like we looked over, right? And they were like doing something to Ren.
He was attempting to use the river to create more healing properties using specific plants that were in there. So he was trying to gather, but it was causing
physical harm.
Yeah, it was having a bad reaction, and because of that, the local offshoot of druids, which became extremely hostile and had. They had kidnapped him and then were shoving insects into his body. And then they drugged several party members.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And in the attempt to stop them from killing us and killing him, he unfortunately succumbed to the side effects as well as the drugging of people. So we didn't seek him out and cause him to we did not kidnap him.
We were trying to save him, honestly.
And unfortunately, he got caught by these druids.
By Rin.
Rin feels
to murder.
Rin did not murder him.
She will gesture over to the book and replay in Rin's own words.
Oh, you can't tell guilt when you see it.
And
again,
all,
you're looking for someone to blame.
She clearly states that she was drugged.
I cannot touch
she
Rin.
was not in her.
I'm not saying you did.
Right state of mind.
No.
You put a child in an interrogation room and blamed her for murder when she feels guilty that on her first adventure out, someone died. Ooh, you're a real good inquisitor.
A child.
Okay, calm down. It's okay.
Someone who, by their legal guardian, was allowed to travel out on their own. I wouldn't consider that a child.
Oh, you're not as smart as I thought you would be.
It's okay. Okay, Draco. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. She's looking for someone to blame, and she grabs the young, naive child.
I get where you're coming from, but instigating's not going to make it better right now.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh, I bet you're the same way.
That doesn't help either. Okay.
Damn.
Typhoon.
You can see Typhoon's really trying to keep the peace right now. And he's definitely he dressed a nice dressing this time. Just I don't know if you heard me before.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, if she said Typhoon, like I'm currently looking at Dragonheart, I would probably like corner eye look, but like still facing Dragonheart. But I'm like just like a flint. I don't. Well, actually, I guess performance check. On
Yeah, say
myself,
do
if I
do a performance to see if you give any note, like any sort of indication that Typhoon
Okay,
you
yeah,
recognize, and she's going to
that's-
insight that.
That's a meh.
Grant, she did accuse you of being Typhoon.
Performance.
That's why she's-
That's a 15 again.
As you catch yourself giving recognition in like it's the most hairpin of eye looks to the name Typhoon,
Mm.
and you just see her. Well, as I was saying before, I was boisterously cut off. I can't touch Ren because she has diplomatic immunity, and because such, they are outside the purview of the law. I cannot charge them with anything as long as I can clear them of being a non-threat. I have deemed them a non-threat, and I will let them go. The rest of you, an interesting lot.
I can agree on that. We are an interesting lot. Goodness gracious.
Well, I've gotten what I needed. How would you cool off for a moment? And she will stand up, collect her things, and leave.
Yeah, and why don't ask anyone else to try and turn on their friends?
Whatever do you mean? She will leave.
Turn to Typhoon. Yeah, she told me to flip on you guys to get out.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not surprised at all. She
No.
looks like she would play mind tricks just to get
What
some
a
info out.
fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Dragonheart's being honest so that he can make sure that he continues the loyalty to his friends. He's just like, oh yeah, I don't want anyone to find out later that someone said something and I could still be doing. It's like, nah, she told me to flip on you guys. I told her to go fuck herself.
Yeah, I would have flipped on you. No, I'm kidding.
And Typhoon's like the one who's like, yeah, I imagine she'd do that.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, let's be honest. If you're trying to interrogate somebody from like if something happened to your dad, like, would you not play the mind game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are all left in your rooms for a while before a guard will come collect each one of you
And we're playing cards. I'm kidding.
and take you back up to your room.
How are you guys doing?
Could be better, could be worse. Definitely could be better. A lot better, actually. That was really heckin' scary.
I cried a little bit, but I think it went okay.
Yeah.
And I think you're doing just fine. She said you're not a threat, so you'll be okay, I'm sure.
Well, we'll see if that was what she actually meant or not.
Yeah, it could be more mind games.
Yep.
Did she show any of you guys, like,
The
a
bounty?
picture of supposedly what Lady Tybalt looked like, and it was like,
No, she didn't show me.
Lady Tybalt's the
weird.
pink tiefling lady.
That's what I got.
Yeah,
she showed
same.
me a picture of a Yanzi and was like, "That's Lady Tybalt," and I'm like,
I looked at
"That's
her,
not
like,
Lady
see?
Tybalt."
Mind games!
She showed me a pink tiefling.
I had to check with the DM.
I had to ask the gods in the sky.
ask God themselves.
Can Rin roll an insight check on that? Just
Oh,
on the general
100%.
situation? 16. I think Rin would probably grasp that situation and just be like, well, maybe she was trying to make sure that, like, we were, like, trying to talk to the right person.
Not just claiming
Yeah.
that we knew a Lady Tybalt and would say anyone is Lady Tybalt.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's fair, yeah. I still call it mind games.
The way that she says interesting though is so condescending.
Interesting.
Yeah, just like that. I can hear her in my head for some reason. It is so
I don't like how this is turning
it makes
out
me
so
want to punch
far.
something.
I mean, I thought she was pretty nice.
you
I thought that she was
think
interesting.
everybody's nice?
Rin, there's things like good cop, bad cop, medium cop, aloof
Yeah.
cop,
Rad
inquisitive,
cop, dad cop.
rad cop. I got a skateboard, Pogs.
Yeah, we both
Mall
know
cop.
those cop.
Mall cop, Paul
Kimchi.
Blart.
Let's go. Snack cop.
Snack. Content cop.
Well, she definitely wasn't snack cop. There's no snacks.
That's because she's the snack cop. She took him away.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Exactly.
That would mean Timothy's the good snack cop.
Timothy is the good snack.
He is a good snack. That's right. You got it right. So precious.
What do we do now?
Guess we wait.
We wait on a
Yeah. We really are a weird gang, though.
Does anybody want to play tic-tac-toe?
I do.
Yeah, sounds good. I call next.
Go next.
Why do I feel like Typhoon plays tic-tac-toe? He does that cheating thing where he puts it on the outside of the board for the 3 in a row.
I do what I gotta do to
And
win.
Rin would be like, hey, aw.
Too smart for me.
Dang it.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Yuck. What would blackjack do?
Yeah, so
What about blackjack?
you guys have about 3 hours of you guys
3
are left
hours.
alone.
Can we get food?
Nope. No food, no water.
I'm gonna knock on the door
Jesus.
and see if Tim is there.
You got more than biscuits?
What do you want? Not
Is there any way we can get some food and water?
Under Inquisitor orders, no.
So we're just
Not
gonna
even
die
water?
here.
It's just
How rude.
That tells me that this isn't gonna go well.
You guys, what do we do if, like, we're stuck in here, like, forever?
No, they'd kill us and make room for the next people to inquisit.
I thought, like, this sliver was supposed to be, like, nice and, like, just and, like, I don't know. Rin's dad seemed pretty cool, and I thought it was, like, the
50%.
same that was down here, you know? Thought everybody was pretty cool.
A-cab.
You met the people that robbed us, like it's very. It's
Well, yeah,
never
I mean,
see- there's not
but-
always good nor
But they're
bad.
the bad guys, so, like, they're supposed to, like, be bad.
Bad guys
guys
can come in
are-
all shapes,
and-
sizes, forms, positions.
Exactly. Different styles, different types.
Teresa's now learning about government corruption.
Yep. Oof.
Black guys can be all a point of view too.
Well, like Teresa, so much of it comes down to, would you consider my dad a bad guy?
No.
She thinks he is.
How?
She doesn't like some of the stuff he's done. She
What has he
considers him a
done?
murderer, considers me a murderer, considers people murderers just for the sake. So that tells me, like, he's the bad guy in her story, so she gets to be the bad guy in everyone else's.
What did your dad do?
He probably helped someone that she didn't like.
Either
Huh.
way, no matter what he did, that doesn't carry to
It's
you.
kind of fucked. Just saying.
Well, but, I mean, I am a murderer.
Rin,
Like, I killed that guy. I know it was an accident,
Rin,
but I did
And
kill
it
him.
was-
you
And, I mean,
But-
I know that... Well, think about it. If somebody had gotten a message to the authorities saying that somebody had been missing and that there may be a connection to us, then I can see how it would look suspicious, and I can see why she would want to ask us questions about that. And I could see why she would potentially not believe us when we told her the answer to those questions. So, I guess, honestly, like, I get it.
I mean, yeah. I can
Rin, you
respect
did
it, but-
not murder him. He got caught in the crossfires with a fight with evil druids.
But he died because of me.
He didn't die because he died because of those
Um,
druids.
Yeah, Ren, he didn't die because of you. Like, think about it this way: if they didn't do the drugs on you in the first place, you would have never freaked out. So they caused you to freak out. So at the end of the day, it's really their fault. Also, if they didn't kidnap him in the first place, he wouldn't have been there.
Mhm.
Again, still their fault.
If
we
someone
tried to
hands
help.
you a
But if we sat here and tried to assign blame and pass it on from person to person, then it would technically be his own fault for being there in the first place.
I mean, technically he didn't have a permit, so yes.
That's also, yeah, that's Fair point, actually. It is
But what I'm saying is that the blame can get passed on and on and on and on. It doesn't ever stop. Maybe he was there because somebody told him to go there. Maybe they told him to go there because somebody else told them to go there.
We're not talking about
Maybe they told them to tell him to go there because they were running out of money or something. I don't know. The blame can just get passed around, but eventually somebody has to take accountability.
And it doesn't have to be you. The druids are the ones ultimately responsible for that.
It
not
doesn't
you.
have to be me, but I am going to take accountability for my actions.
That's fair. You can deal with that, but you don't tell people that you're a murderer because you're not.
Okay, that's probably something you should never really announce, honestly. It
is
doesn't
some,
end
like,
well.
Morality shit.
Like, do you consider me a murderer?
Have you killed someone?
You've watched me defend us. You've
I mean,
watched all of us defend us.
Technically, if the definition of murder is taking somebody else's life, then yes.
Murder is murder with malicious intent. Like, killing with malicious intent. Defending ourselves doesn't make us a murderer.
No, but you still killed someone, correct?
That doesn't... I just said that it doesn't make you a murderer.
I mean, I think it really is semantics. Does it make you a bad person? No.
I mean, and
The word
But if
murder...
the definition of murder is to kill somebody else, then yes,
Yeah.
you're a murderer.
No, it's...
and tech, you are.
Oh shit! Look, Ren, you won. Good job. You won the tic-tac-toe.
I don't feel like
Are
playing
you guys
anymore.
really playing?
Just 3 people playing tic-tac-toe at the same time. It's a bunch of X's, circles, and squares.
No, Ren draws little hearts.
There we go, fair.
Teresa draws little gear cogs.
At the end of the day, whatever your past has, you just try to live your best life and do as much good as you possibly can. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom.
Come in.
She's like, anything to stop this conversation.
The door
I'm not
will
ready to deal with
open.
morality.
You will see 6 armed guards.
Wow.
Please accompany us to your sentencing.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me make a new character.
I already got mine. Don't worry about it.
A new character too.
Now my monk won't make any sense if he shows up and Typhoon's dead.
He's coming to avenge. No, I'm kidding.
You were all taken
I am
down
Tsunami.
to the ground floor. And you are walked back into a fairly large gathering chamber. Down the main aisle, you will see an individual dressed in fairly nice robes, sitting there waiting. To their left is Inquisitor Quell. To their right is an individual taking notes. They will walk you in. They will sit you down at a long table in front of them. They will close the doors behind. It is just the 3 of them, 4 guards, and you. We hereby call this trial to order. The sentencing will begin shortly. Please, everyone, state your names for the record.
Ren Thorn.
Dragonheart Jr.
Points to Ariana.
Ariana.
Points to Typhoon.
Toros Varel.
Lastly.
Teresa Marigold.
Thank you. Throughout the findings of Inquisitor Quell's investigation, we have found 4 of you guilty. We will extend the guilty verdict to Rin Thorn, but due to diplomatic immunity, that will be swayed. You will be sent back and barred from ever entering the Southern Sliver ever again. For various crimes against the Sliver, you will all be punished with 30 years of jail.
I call for a mistrial.
question.
Or what exactly? Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
It's not really fair that just because I'm a child of a noble means that I get to like not deal with the punishment with them. Like that's really unfair and kind of classist.
You will see Inquisitor Quell will lean forward. Would you like to forego your immunity?
I mean, I think it's only fair.
You'll see a piece of paper slide over with a pen. Please sign your name saying you forego your diplomatic immunity.
I'll sign it.
It'll pick back up and land in her pile of papers. Well, that being said, your sentence will now be 20 years.
I still stand by my
I have a
mistrial.
question.
No further questions. At this moment, you all are now convicted criminals.
I'm sorry, didn't I just say I call for a mistrial?
Your sentence will be carried out immediately.
Ah, so you're
This is
corrupt.
bullshit.
Got it.
You will see one, say, the judge will begin to stand up as the doors from the back open, and you will see a small goblin with a newsy hat on, his dapper checkerboard vest. Your honorable... God. Couldn't even get like an escort into here? Jeez. Excuse you.
I don't know why, but I love that.
Is this Saul?
This is Checkers. Your goblin friend from up in Duskbell.
Was he? I thought he was a gnome.
No, he was a goblin.
I don't even remember who this is.
Sure, folks.
This is the guy that
This is
that was part of
the-
the newspaper. That.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
First-hand sources only.
Yep.
I have... Can I get like a glass of water or something? Like, whew. I have from a first-hand source. We'll wink over to Dragonheart and Typhoon. That Lady Tybalt herself would like to meet with these individuals. Guard, bring it forward. And you will see the two guards like standing there outside the door. They haven't moved. They're not like stopping him.
Mhm.
And you notice that
They're
the
fans.
three individuals up at on the stand recognize that the guards did not stop him. So he must have a legitimate reason to have come through.
Mm.
Bring it forward. They will inspect. You will see the Inquisitor once again bring it up. You will all see the arcane spider web drop down from her fingers as they connect. It is a true letter from Lady Tybalt herself. Open it. Opens the wax seal. Begins to read it. With this new information brought to light, you are free to go.
What does it say?
They're not going to read it.
We just have a meeting with Lady
Ren
Tybalt.
slowly starts raising their hand.
Oh yeah.
We slowly put it back down.
Just like one of those
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly what just happened off
no,
camera.
No.
For the record, that is exactly what just happened. I just reached over.
Yeah, nope. I feel like we both would, honestly. Just hand over hand right now. There, child. It's okay.
And that's how Typhoon and I fell in love.
What a meet cute.
As their hands
As our
connect
heads
on
touch,
top of Riz.
my fiery soul
Lady
and
in red
his
just
cool,
starts playing.
soothing one.
Dude, hand holding. Oh my god.
We're fire and water. We shouldn't mix, but we do.
Oh boy.
You guys are beautiful.
Dragonheart's gonna
I
try and
ship
romance every member
I
of his
ship it. This is not a dating sim. I mean, you can. It's the,
Typhoon one too.
you totally
Yeah.
can. For the player character, be my guest. Romance everyone. Okay, so With that, they will stand up. You will see just a look like Inquisitor Quell will stand up. And we'll walk out.
Respectfully, I think you need to get like a better
Okay, I'm gonna
Inquisitor.
slowly put the other hand over her mouth.
Respectfully.
Child, it's okay.
A fiery middle finger.
I'm so tempted, but at the same time, like, I'm not sparking another situation. to
They
be
will
honest
leave.
right now.
And you will see one of the guards will walk over and hand Checkers a glass of water, and he's like, "Oh boy. Well, I will say I got here just in time.
Thank you, honestly. from the
Thank
bottom
you,
of my
Timing
heart.
was
honestly.
impeccable.
You can thank people I do not know. I was given some information, and they told me to expound upon it, and so I did. Let me hear.
Yeah.
First-hand sources only.
First-hand sources
Hell
only.
yeah.
So,
I'll still appreciate
you're welcome, I guess.
Thank you.
I was gonna let you
Yeah,
calm down a
thank
bit first.
it. We'll have to buy you a drink or something sometime.
Appreciate
No,
it.
I'm not in town long. I gotta head further south.
Oh, looks like
Okay.
we'll be doing the same.
Yeah.
If it's okay, I might travel with you. I'm not like the
Then
best
I'll
at,
share that drink. Or
you know, fighting. But I'm real
We
good at
got
talking to
your
people.
back.
Thank you.
No, you're fine. Apparently, defending yourself is a crime.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
not
this-
get ourselves in trouble. We just got out of.
I wasn't.
Why?
I
We
I
got
don't
wasn't
rid of
believe
his
we've
face.
had the pleasure of meeting each other. He will jump up on a chair to be like at equal height with Nariana. The name's Checkers.
Hi, Checkers. I'm Nariana.
Nice to meet you, Nariana. I work for a newspaper that these guys came into contact with when they were in Duskbell. I assume sometime before we met you. I did not have the honor of meeting you before, Ashante. And I'll like kiss your hand.
Nariana will blush a little.
Well, yeah, if I'm traveling with you, do I have some stories to tell to y'all? Anyway,
Can
let's
I do
get.
a quick look around. Like, is there anyone else in the room?
Oh, there's still guards.
And are they in earshot?
Yes.
Never mind.
Let's get out of here, shall we?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's do that. Let's look at. Wait, we had a carrot, right? No, did we?
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
here,
we had
it's
Peanut
outside.
and Frankie.
Yep.
That's right. So we get everything back.
Yes, you get everything back.
Everything back.
My swords.
Let's go. I know this cool little pub called the Musky Mutt. It's not too far away from here. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Drink.
And you guys get your carriage and everything. You leave. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Brick
And-
time.
So we
That's when I
will.
flick them off.
After you, yes. So we will be right
It's
back.
just a fire and water middle fingers.
They need better Inquisitors.
Be right back, y'all.
Listen,
And we're back.
Yoinky
Getting the
sploinky.
yoinky.
Hit that yoinky sploinky indeed.
Yes. In the doinky.
Hit that yo gabba gabba. That's right.
Yo! That deep cut.
Yeah. Yonky sploinky and the doinky.
So,
I'm
you are.
concerned.
All right.
Don't be concerned.
You're all taken to the Musky Mutt.
It feels like a euphemism.
Yes, it sounds. It
Uh,
definitely sounds like one.
So while there, you you get a. As you walk in, 2 people give me perception and 2 people give me insight.
I do insight.
I can help it.
I'll do perception.
So I have 2 on perception. So Typhoon, you're on insight.
21.
Cool.
18 plus 6.
Oh.
24.
25 on insight.
23.
Dang.
We were prepared
Y'all
after
get
that
out of
shit.
jail, you're just
Yeah,
like,
after all that, we're on
oh,
board.
wait. Disadvantage because of sunlight.
I didn't roll
Oh,
anything.
that's right.
I know. I was just thinking Yeah.
He's just looking at you.
Yeah.
It's okay. We got the 20s. We're fine. We're fine.
Oh, then that's 25. It's still 27.
Okay. Cool.
Whatever I said at
Super
once, I
low,
forgot.
super high, still at disadvantage. Okay, cool. So you guys walk in, and there is a definite like vibe shift when you guys walk in, and you notice people look at you all, and then turn back to what they're doing.
Huh.
You are not greeted by anybody, as Checker goes. All right, weird. I guess we'll go take that booth.
Right?
Oh, I'm tingling. I'm ready for a fight. All right, come on. Someone say something stupid.
No,
What's
we
that
can't
all-
fight right now.
Well, you asking
Your
me? I don't know.
nipples look weird.
Normally I get like a
It's
hey,
probably
welcome
the bounty,
type deal. I don't know.
guys. Oh, well, I'll whisper that part.
Well, all right. We all drinking?
I don't drink.
Yes.
Sure.
Chocolate
I'll
milk?
take hers. And hers.
I'll try.
It's just Kahlua.
It's chocolate liqueur.
Good die with
There
chocolate.
Right.
we go.
Okay. And you guys will sit there and like he'll be like, someone should come along shortly.
I got you.
In the meantime, so yeah, what the hell was going on?
Your guess is as good as mine.
They're looking for scapegoats.
Apparently.
They're basically trying to pin blame on us for things that
Yeah.
happened. But they
Things we
have,
didn't do.
the complete view.
Hold on a second. You know, my Discord friends, I cannot hear them.
Oh, that's weird.
I know they're popping up. I just can't hear them.
Hello?
So,
Oh.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Waka waka.
Yeah, they're popping up
Booey.
on.
Brandon can't hear us.
That's
What's
weird.
that, Brandon?
'Cause I can hear them.
Yeah, they're popping up on stream.
Oh.
We get a
Did you accidentally
we get a
unplug
level
your
up?
thing?
No.
We get a level up?
There we go. I don't know what happened.
Level up.
Huffalumpadum.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, what did you guys say when he asked like what the hell's
Thanks for
going on?
level up.
No.
I lost my
Um,
train of thought, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. It was.
Why were you on trial?
It was weird.
Oh.
They were
They're
looking.
looking for people to like
Trying to blame.
put shit on.
Yeah,
and
blame. on
yeah, it
us
was.
for saying-
It's not a great thing.
Oh.
Not a great
I was
feeling.
informed that they're a group of deranged individuals.
That
We're
might
not
be true,
deranged.
Oh no.
We're not even dangerous.
I feel like one of you might be, but you're real good at hiding it.
It's the mask. It does it.
We're not
There we
even
go.
dangerous.
I know for a fact that is a lie. You don't need to lie to me. I know for a fact you all are very dangerous. To an average person, I'm pretty sure you could punch my skull in. Same to you.
What?
That's
Huh?
true.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
I was
I'm
there.
kidding,
Pretty
I'm
sure,
kidding,
yeah,
I'm
I
kidding.
believe on
I'm kidding. Okay.
I was in the crowd when you guys were fighting for your lives and stuff.
Look, it's a very tense situation here.
What? You guys were on trial? Look, through a series of,
Unfortunate events.
you could say like fetch
Yes.
quests, I ended up with this letter that needed to be delivered
Mm-hmm.
for you
What was
guys.
on that letter?
I don't. It was wax sealed. I don't know. I was just told to deliver it to that place. At technically an hour sooner. I should have, but I got caught up at customs.
Oh yeah, customs are real bitch.
Yes, literally. Anyway, so yeah,
Who gave you the quest?
the original quest.
The quest to get this letter to us.
Oh, quest to get this letter to you was a courier wearing some nice duds. I had to assume with the correct color coordination and symbolism it would be Lady Tybalt. A lot of like scales.
Is Lady
Oh.
Tybalt a tiefling?
No?
What?
Are they on to you?
Pulls
Yeah.
out notebook.
Well, better write this
I mean,
down.
she's relatively new to the scene, so a lot of people don't know her. But I know her now.
Wait. So
I don't know her.
maybe
When I say
there's,
that, I don't
like,
mean personally.
whole thing with like impersonation, I think. But like we were introduced as Lady Sybil.
That would be.
And I'm
big ticket.
assuming that they have an idea of who's faking answer, considering they showed a portrait to Dragonheart.
Is Yaris
Yeah.
Tepolto a hobgoblin?
Yeah. He's a very
Okay, so-
he's a very notable figure.
Okay.
Okay, so that's true.
Okay.
But
Wait, you saying you
Tibble.
saw Yaris with this pink tiefling?
yeah. At Erin's birthday party. That was
Okay, and I know your birthday, so I can try and do some digging behind the scenes. See if I can't figure something
Apparently,
out. for y'all.
Tybalt was getting married at that time, so it couldn't have been
You'll
her.
do that for us?
I mean, we're friends, right?
Yes, we are.
Thank you.
I don't actually
Looks
know
at
if
him,
we-
just goes, "You mean first-hand sources?"
Friends, first-hand sources, a ticket to the big league.
There
I
it
don't know what you're
is.
talking about. Hey, friends can help each other in more ways than just giving friendship.
No,
okay?
you're not
I
wrong.
did just save your asses.
You got the yes. You
Yeah,
got
you're
the
not
yes, you can be
wrong.
whatever
Thank
you
you.
want to be, my friend.
Look, when they said that, the Order of Tarts, which catchy name, nice name. The Order of Tarts was in need, and I figured out who you guys were because no one, gave. Only way I figured it out was someone was like, "Oh yeah, tiny verdant individual with pink hair," and I was like, I know one of them.
I know one of them people.
So and then that led me to,
The mask.
yeah. So that made it really easy to find you.
All this subterfuge is really hurting my brain.
Welcome to politics, sweetheart. It sucks.
Yeah.
Just like I'm starting to understand.
Look, all I'm saying is, the world is balanced on a razor's edge
Yeah.
of political subterfuge. Subterfuge means
tinkering.
we're saying like political, like truths, lies, deceits, deals, things like that.
Yeah. I
So
like
people-
tinkering. It's like safe and like easy, and you can figure the world out through putting stuff together, and it's not that complicated. And then when you get into people and
It's
politics,
boring
and
with the tinkering. People are fun.
stuff,
I mean, if
yeah.
anything, people are just puzzles. They're just more intricate.
I don't think I like politics very much.
Nobody.
You and
does.
me
Takes a
both, right?
special
You and me
class of
both.
people. You don't got that chutzpah right now, kid.
Well, I'm definitely not going to open my bakery in this hemisphere.
Okay.
You can.
I
open
have
up a
no
bakery.
context for that, but hey, you do you. Anyway, so yes, you have a pink tiefling that was at your birthday with Yaris Tepalto. Did Yaris ever say Lady Tybalt?
I don't remember.
I
Roll me
don't
history checks.
remember.
Nat one. I don't remember.
History. History.
It's 18 plus. Oh wait, 18 plus 1, 19.
Oh, it's just 12.
So, Typhoon, you would have heard through all your mingling and getting to know people and talking to all the various notable people.
Hmm.
Yeah, you would have heard Yaris Tepalto introduce Baroness Lolana Tybalt.
Okay, so then I will say, if I recall, he did introduce her as Baroness Lolana Tybalt. Is that the same Lady Tybalt, or is that a
I mean,
relative?
That at this point she's no longer a baroness, but I mean she's the Lord Regent of Midway. But yeah, that's her name.
Hey,
Well,
so the regent, is that like one above Baroness?
So Lord Regent is kind of like well, hold on, and he'll pull out a pocket map. My thing's been doing that. Like my map, it keeps unloading my map.
No, that's not fun.
I opened it in browser and it makes it a lot easier.
So Lord Regent of Midway, kind of is like the Midway is seen as you know, Donstead's all the way at the bottom, and that's technically the capital of this half of the sliver. Midway, and being the Lord Regent of Midway, means that you are kind of like police chief. You kind of like the one that controls the scenic individuals of authority. So it goes like the High Council of Elves, the elected officials, and the Lord Regent are next to each other. The Lord Regent is picked by the Council of Elves. So, you know.
Is that a higher position than Baroness?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Okay.
When the Lord Regent says you're a wanted criminal, kind of they get the resources and information to prove that. So they apparently have something on you. But the weird part is that they let you go. If the Lord Regent, the Lord Regent would have been notified that you guys were in custody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got a I got the letter, and then you guys were gotten out.
For all we know, maybe she knows she's being impersonated, or something else is going on. She wants us to look into it.
I don't know.
Maybe as a debt to get her getting us out of.
We still want to talk with her, right?
I think we have to now.
Yeah. I don't think it's a choice.
Well, there's a few ways you can get to Midway. You could, we could hoof it. Take the cart. You guys could carry me around, and I'll eat grapes lavishly in the back of the cart while you guys drive me. We could theoretically attempt to charter a small airship. Now, that is a pretty penny. I don't suppose you guys carrying around, 100 platinum?
Oh.
I'm sorry. Did you say
Not this character.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. Airships are very expensive because they can go anywhere in the world.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
on the road again.
Yeah, being Lord Regent of Midway, but the fact that she didn't send I don't even want to know she's new. Maybe she didn't fully understand. I don't want to know how it got to me, but yeah, we can take a cart ride. We'll get out of the forest, get through into the wide sweeping plains of this half of the sliver.
Do you know approximately how long that trip should be?
Roughly. If we go decently, as soon as we get out of the tree line, it's a much faster trip. It takes a week or so to get from Duskbell to Loftwood and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that route, it'll take about a week to move that distance and a half. So we get as soon as you get out into the plains, you get it much faster. There's not as much, it's a lot more open space. The roads are easy to go. It's just a general easier travel. You don't have to go as slow over the paths.
Yeah.
Less mud.
Honestly, I feel like we should leave after drinks just because, and then I'll probably lean closer and whisper, with all their kind of peering eyes, I'd just rather not have to get in a fighting situation right now.
You guys have noticed
everything that just happened?
Nobody's come over to you guys.
I had a feeling that'd be the case.
I can go to the bar and get some drinks if y'all want.
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
do we see the waitress walking around?
Okay. I will
Oh yeah,
head
you
to
do.
the
You
bar.
do see various waitstaff going around as well.
Oh, then I'll just signal a wait
I'll
staff.
do it as
Hey, we're ready to order.
And they'll turn their nose up and walk away.
What? Oh. That was weird.
Weird. I got this.
well. Yeah.
Jaggers will hop up and walk up to the bar. All walking, he'll look over into the bar, and you just see him look all up and down, and you see a Triton woman. He'll be look back to you guys. Give me 5, and start talking to him.
I'll just thumbs him up like, you got this, buddy.
So you guys are sitting at your table.
This is like really weird.
I'm not surprised at all.
Why?
We have a wanted poster. We were just held in in a facility.
Well,
and
we
we
were
were
cleared,
almost
right?
into prison. Yeah,
We're
but
cleared
still,
now, so
people
like it's
remember more
fine.
negative things than they do positive things.
What? That's so stupid.
Such is life.
Life is stupid.
Life is stupid. Reject it.
Don't deny
Worship a
that.
death god. Become reborn.
Okay, bud.
Become
Sounds like a good
glitch.
plan.
Well,
I wanna
guess I'll
become
be
a
a zombies luchador now.
Yeah.
I'm for it. I'm for it. I'll be the necromancer.
Flesh.
And after about 2 minutes, you'll see a minotaur walk over. Interested in seeing your faces around here again. You want to start another bar fight? And he'll point to his cheek. You left me with this last time.
Again.
Well, you're not dumb.
Wait, do we recognize anybody else in this group?
We've
Okay.
never been to this part of the sliver before.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
gonna,
our,
I'm
like,
gonna nudge you real
first
quick
time.
and be like, do you think he's from that one traveling bar?
No, because I'm pretty sure Checkers would have mentioned that this is a walking bar.
No, I'm saying, do you think he is from that one?
Well, he
Do
said
you recognize
seeing
him?
here again, implying that it's here, not
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Sir, this is our first time here.
whatever. Like,
Yeah, okay.
Wait,
whatever
wait, wait, wait.
grievances
And
we
I'm
have,
Lord
like, we
Regent.
didn't,
Wait,
we didn't
wait,
do
wait.
anything.
Yeah, hold on. When was the last time you saw us here, supposedly?
Like a week ago.
Yeah, we weren't here
Yeah.
a week ago.
We have people that can vouch for
We
where we're at.
just
Hold on.
came into this part
Yeah,
of the
right.
sliver.
Where,
This
where did
one
we go from
Gnashed
there?
your teeth at me. And then bit Stewart over there.
Aw.
That one punched me in the face. What? You gonna try and bite me?
No,
She's not a biter. Wait,
I
that
was
sounds
just
weird.
raising my hand. What happened?
Y'all are some smug fuckers.
No, I'm
Pretending.
being-
No,
We're
don't. You don't
literally
even get
pretend-
started. You spat fire at me. You took a swig of alcohol and then you shot fire out of your mouth
I
at me.
can't even do that.
I said fire breathing's my thing, not hers.
I literally can't even do that.
Don't
I
try and
make
misdirect
things.
me. All right, and you
No.
points to Typhoon. You straight up dropped down to one knee and uppercutted me in the balls. I ought to
What?
kick your ass right now.
Again,
if
the
my
punch-
doctor didn't say to not do any extraneous
I would
activity.
chuckle
Again,
at
the punching
that,
is my
that's something
thing.
I would do.
So
That
I
is something
can't,
I would
like,
do. It would
hand
be
to
a
hand?
low blow thing.
And then you, Lady Cleric of the Moon Goddess. You came in here, spouted some rhetoric about how the light shall be consumed by the dark and the moon is the true blessed being, and then you threw your book at me.
Hold on. What are our names?
Oh,
What?
What are our names?
Ariana, Typhoon, Teresa, Dragonheart, and Ren. I know who
Does
you
he actually
are.
point at the right people?
Yes.
Can I make like an insight check on all this? Like,
Sure.
Insight. This man.
I mean, I'm sure he believes it, but
Yeah.
I
How's
mean-
Ren
Teresa
react
would
to
be
this?
impersonated.
Ren's kind of like confused,
Confused.
like
I
very
knew it.
confused.
Good.
And
What doesn't
just
make
al-
sense?
Good,
but
be
also,
confused.
But also considering everything that just happened, Ren's also kind of like, did we come in here and attack people? It kind of sounds. I mean, I would bite somebody. I have done it before. Like,
Dang, I just vouched for you and said you're not a biter. Dang it.
look, sir, what would it take for you to believe that we are telling the truth here?
You know, I'm gonna be honest.
I-
Absolutely nothing. You guys beat the shit out of me.
What if I buy you a drink?
That no. You might be
Dude, I
poisoned.
wasn't feeling like
So,
it. I just thought
so
I'd
even if
ask.
we were to give you like irrefutable proof that we were not
The
here,
hell irrefutable proof you gonna give me?
undeniable,
At what?
even if we provided you with undeniable proof,
The only way you could provide me the undeniable proof, then I might reconsider my position.
can't-
But like
oh,
I
wait,
said,
how do-
my doctor said I'm not allowed to do extraneous activity because one of my balls hasn't dropped down yet, and I'm worried.
so when I punched you, was there anything about that punch that did anything
I mean,
outside
it
of
hurt.
outside of physical damage?
Was
Did it
there
do
fire?
anything?
It was hot.
Can
Okay,
I,
so like, we
can
can
I
prove that it's
attempt in
not
this
us.
moment to go when I punch cold and try to conjure cold energy that I've been working on?
So how you gonna conjure that?
I am going to try and quell the anger as hard as I can to try and draw up that cold.
Okay, roll me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. That is 18.
You do a pretty decent job of bringing it down. So what are you
Bringing it
trying to
down.
cool?
Oh, I'm just see, we don't have drinks, but
Just touch him.
no, I don't want to put it. I don't want to touch him because then he's going to see that as an act of violence, and he'll just straight up come after
Do
me.
just shake my hand thingy. Like here, shake my hand. But like do it to him.
Oh, it's like okay, what? When I punch, I do cold. It's not always hot. I mean, it might get cold enough to give sunburn, but like, if you just shake my hand, I'll show you.
Roll me persuasion at disadvantage.
That's
This gentleman just said you kicked his ass a week ago, and now you're like, it's okay, shake my hand, buddy.
It's only plus 2.
It's funny, too,
That's
'cause
only a
after he-
10.
after
He's
he
gonna be
punched
like,
someone in the foot last
Nah.
week.
All right, well, fine. Then I won't touch your hand. Can I just like do the corner of the table that we're sitting at?
It's a wood table.
I mean, with frost.
You put your hand on it, and you like try and cool it down with key. You want to bend the elements. Big whoop. You tell me you can't do fire?
I mean, I probably can.
Probably.
Look, we were not here in the last week. Hell, we've been inside the building for the last couple of days. We on our way to get in here.
Look, all I'm saying is,
It's okay.
you ain't gonna get served at this bar, and you owe that old lady down the street an apology for knocking over her handmade paintings out in her front yard. Y'all got pissed drunk, walked down the street, saw her cute little art things, and knocked them off.
You're not drunk right now.
Haven't even
I
drank.
don't drink.
That's a valid
Yeah,
point.
they
And
don't
neither
like-
does
I
she.
watched you
Don't
take
drink.
multiple drinks.
I drink
She's a
chocolate milk and apple juice.
kid.
That's about it.
And
That
the
is
whole,
not, not child.
That's what I just told him to order me was the chocolate milk.
and the holy person doesn't
You
drink
can wait
either.
and watch what they bring it over.
And I would never destroy a painting. I love art, and I'm gonna pull out my like art pages, my really bad
And a week
drawing.
ago,
You
we
must
were
have
at a
been jealous
cleric
about
state.
her art being better than yours.
I mean, mine's not great, but I'm practicing.
And you say that the holy woman doesn't drink. I watched her pull a bottle of wine off of a tray and just down it.
You saw a person do that.
Someone who looked exactly like her.
Right, so you're saying that there's never two
wasn't
people that
her.
look alike with, like, I don't know, all the magic that's in this world?
Why the hell would they impersonate you?
Obviously, to
Because
cause
it's not
problems.
them. We're very recognizable.
I have never seen you before a week ago. You
Right.
rolled into
But
town.
But if you were trying to leave an impression of someone else,
You were
I have a
talking
question.
what?
Wait, the only way to get in is to this part of the sliver is go through like that check-in station, basically, right?
well, that's
Legally.
I was gonna say illegally.
Okay, so there. But is
If
it
you're going
easy to
through
get in
land.
illegally? Okay, well, first of all, okay, let me hear some out. For all we know, the best way and smartest way is to go through our check-in, right, sir? Whatever your name is.
The name is Darkus.
Okay, Darkus. It's to go through check-in, right? So we had to have
If
come
you're
through
coming
there,
by
right?
land, I mean,
No,
you
let,
could
let-
go.
hear me out. So we would have had to come through there, right? Or through some type of means. But you're saying like there's a possibility we would have went another way.
Yeah.
Why would we, if we knew another way, go back through that hell we just went through a few hours ago if we had another way?
Because you're dumb.
We're not dumb. I'm still questioning you right now, but
Rin's like,
It's
"Ooh,
like,
we are kinda
good
dumb."
job.
Plus we have proof that we weren't here a week ago. So I mean, you can take it or leave it. There's no point in trying to prove it to you.
What
Look,
did that 18 give me
for
when you asked me
Insight.
to like roll insight?
oh, the insight earlier was to you got a tense sense from the bar that people were like avoiding you.
No, I rolled insight before. I was asking like, does he like really believe what he's saying?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yo, he is very much on the hell you guys doing in here.
Guys, I don't want to cause any problems. Like,
It's just
Well, that's
Hey,
an
just wanna
issue in
go.
itself that we're being.
I think I just want to go. Like, I mean, I definitely, I promise you that I didn't bite anybody in here. But if you say that that's what you saw, then who am I to argue with you? We're clearly not going to change your mind. So, I'll leave.
Before we go, do you know
Yeah.
which direction we supposedly went?
Yeah, you went down Main Street. You knocked over that nice lady's lawn art. And then you said something about going to... Was it the fighting matches? Or was the match fighting? I don't know. You guys kicked my ass. In fact, I'm only talking to you because my therapist says I need to let go of my aggression. I want to talk it out.
Your therapist sounds like a nice person.
Actually, that's not a bad
My
idea.
aunt.
Aw.
Does your therapist say to work in absolutes?
You know, you don't speak for my aunt like that.
It was a question.
She says I can handle my world truths how I'd like.
Okay.
Well,
Please
She
do
also
not
call
punch
you
me in
her
the
little
balls.
Special boy.
I'm gonna leave. And Rin's gonna get up and start walking out.
Wait, we have to get checkers.
Checker sees this and goes, oh, shit, and like hops down and comes over. All right, I got everyone's drinks. We're good.
oh yeah, thank you.
I'm down in mine real quick.
And he's gonna look up. Can I
See, chocolate milk.
help you, sir? Do you need something from my colleagues? No, these people, these are your colleagues. These people kicked my ass a week ago. So I can promise you a week ago they were not here in this bar. If you'd like to talk to them, you'll just see him like pull out a card. You can talk to me as their legal counsel.
Oh, because
First
that's not
answer-
shady. We're traveling with legal counsel.
I mean, it makes it sound official, honestly. It sounds kind of cool.
We'll watch your tone with my esteemed friends and colleagues and clients.
You're talking to them all wrong.
You're talking to my boys all wrong, yeah. So, yeah, how about you apologize for anything that you might have misconstrued to them, and I'll buy you a drink. Okay? Okay? And you will see as... Actually, Nariana and Rin give me Arcana.
Oh, well, Rin walked out.
Oh, wait, you already sat down?
Yeah, I said Rin walked
Oh,
away from the
okay,
table.
so
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Nariana
yeah.
give me an Arcana.
17.
You can tell he cast a spell on this Minotaur. This Minotaur, like... Maybe you're right, friend. Maybe I judged too harshly. I'll take that drink. I apologize.
I mean, I will say I'm sorry for whatever happened to you, but, you know, hope for the best. Hope you feel better.
And Checkers will, like, no, they're gonna be like, go.
Yep, I'll down all the drinks that are also left over if nobody's drinking it.
Right, if you're gonna down that many drinks, you better give me a con save.
I'm downing whoever doesn't drink their drink.
Is anyone drinking their drink?
I'm drinking mine.
I'm following Ren.
Following Ren.
You're about to down 5.
As far as I know, it's only
You're about to drown
I'm-
chocolate milk,
I mean, like the alcoholic ones.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
you
what's
can't
that,
forget the
like
chocolate
3
milk.
drinks and a chocolate milk?
Yeah.
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 I look and ponder at the chocolate milk, I'm like, nah. It doesn't mix well.
So yeah, you guys leave. After about a minute, Checkers walks out. Okay. What did you say?
Oh, on top of
He
everything.
accused us of being here a week ago and beating
being
everyone up in the
impersonated.
bar.
Yep. And also kicking over some lady's art or something, some grandma down the street.
Yeah.
Weird. All
Being
right.
impersonated, and they went to the fighting matches or the matches fighting. I don't know. He seemed delirious.
Matches fighting.
We're
He-
fighting
that's
matches.
what he said.
Fighting matches seems very
Specific.
yeah, it seems like how we gotta do, like, take the matches and flick them at each other.
Ah, it burns.
Maybe.
So I mean, we can go there if you want. We can try and figure this out more. We can leave town, or you know, we could go to a different bar. Hopefully, you haven't apparently beaten people up at.
I think we should just leave. Besides, if
Yeah.
that was a week ago, then chances are
Let's see.
if whoever it was isn't here anymore.
We should probably go to Lady Tybalt as soon
And-
as possible.
Yeah, this whole Lady Tybalt thing seems way more important, honestly.
And maybe
Really
she knows
does.
something about it or can help us.
Well, all right. Then he'll like walk over to your cart. Ran, are these the horses that you talked about before?
The Peanut and Frankie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing you're not a
Peanut
hawk.
and Frankie.
We're gonna run into a hawk Eric Cochran one day, and they're gonna go.
Or just gonna be like,
nuts.
kill him, commit murder. All right. Peanut, Frankie, nice to meet you. Rin talked about a lot about you. Good horse. And just like touches its leg. He's a goblin, so it's pretty short.
It's ankle.
Well, all right. Let's get a move on, gang.
Yeah.
Up in the back. And you guys will leave Sunrise, heading pretty much due south. You guys will need to set up camp outside of town
Yeah.
because it's getting closer to evening.
Yeah.
So, as you guys leave, I need 2 people to give me survival checks as you leave town.
I have a +4.
Got it. Plus
I have a +3.
+1.
Okay, I'll roll.
Rin's like, nope.
one.
I think under there, an active bear is like looming down.
I mean, I have a +1. Like,
That's a 23.
You guys are hot tonight.
I think you.
We're not feeling so
No,
hot right now,
you.
though.
So, you find a decent spot in like a nicer clearing. You're like in full like mode of figuring shit out right now. I can see the gears working in your eyes.
oh, is that what that face is?
I think. So
Brendan
as
tries to attempt to figure out size resting bitch face.
As you get out, you guys find this like smaller clearing within the trees. The trees are radically different on this side. For those of you who, you know, have only ever seen the north, so Rin and Nariana, really, you have faint memories, Nariana, of these trees like this, but for Rin, this is just like, oh no. The trees seem very, like, the trees in the north had a very natural curve to them and ebbed and flowed and bent and wove into each other and formed this thick, like, dense underbrush. You know, with it laid way to the swamps and the tangling of roots. These trees are much more uniform in how they sit, and they seem to have, there's a color variation to them, but they all are those standard straight tall oak trees and elm trees, and nothing's really overly naturalistic with them, with the roots going up and over each other and forming gnarled tangles. Everything seems very peaceful and level and equal as you find this decent place to camp for the night. As night falls.
There we go.
And you look up, and you've seen stars before, but there was always that slight shroud of the north above you, giving that sense of, you know, a kind of like haze over the stars. They were bright, but they weren't like crisp. And for Nariana and Ren, who haven't been, you know, seen this, one of you in a long time, one of you ever, you look up and they twinkle and glisten more than they did from the northern half. As you see this beautiful, picturesque night sky above you, you can take shifts on how you would like to spend your night. But yeah, Rin, now your eyes have adjusted and you feel more at ease. It feels different, though. The air is different. There's still that wilderness smell, but it doesn't have that same, you know, it doesn't carry the same weight in the air as it does up north for you. But it is very relaxing and very calming. So who would like to take shifts? Checkers will assist one of you.
I'll take first shift.
Cool. Checkers will take first shift.
Oh no.
So you all bed down for the night?
Ah.
Getting comfortable, the fire has started. You guys found this nice little, like, outcropping, kind of close to the road, but far enough away that if someone was going to approach, they'd have to move a bit, but you have a pretty good line of sight. You're still pretty dense into the trees, because you didn't go that far out of town. But yeah, give me a perception check, Ariana.
16.
Whoa, Checkers got a 3.
Checkers was no help.
His
What?
eyes on something else.
Checkers was like, oh, I was supposed to be doing something?
Was I supposed to be doing things? As you look about, it is a pretty calm, you know, it's been many, many years since you've been on this side of the sliver, so this is all, you know, you have your memories and things, and it's coming back to you. And you see the moon, as you've seen many nights before, especially up in the northern, where the moon is the more prevalent of the celestial bodies. And now that it's back up in the sky and you're underneath its glow, you feel your connection strong again to the moon goddess themselves. The entire time, Checker's just like, so, what's your deal?
I was hired on to help keep an eye on Teresa.
Oh, just Teresa, not the rest of them?
Fuck 'em.
Mostly Teresa, yes.
Oh, well, I mean, lucky her. Getting, somebody like you to watch over them. So you always been a holy person?
I was raised in the church, yes.
Oh. Very nice, very nice. Can you do like all that cool magic stuff, or you only like hit people real hard?
A little bit of both.
Ooh. Jack of all trades, eh?
I guess you could say that.
I can dig that. Like I said before, I've been given the gift of gab. I'm very good at talking to people, very good at getting information, understanding things. I'm a big touch point for a lot of people. So,
Sounds
know.
like things would never get boring for you.
oh, if they ever get boring for me, I might as well retire. I'd be out of the loop at that point. But now, it's pretty nice. I didn't expect to be looped into this. I had to take some, Who dares hurt you, milady?
The cat.
Cat
Yeah.
with the only hell. Um,
Lock it in.
I will, if you ever need, if you ever want to be shown around Dusk Bell anytime, I got you back.
I'd appreciate that. We've ran into some gangs in Dust Bell that weren't that great.
Oh, I'm acutely aware. I was helping your group find the Finch gang. I got questioned by them. Yeah, it's very interesting. They were a very interesting crew that led me. You can say my interests were piqued by how they interacted with me. So, and the rest of your watch goes without issue. Who's next?
I got you.
I'll go.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this.
What am I rolling again? I forgot.
Perception.
Okay.
Persephone
Ooh,
check.
Perception. Prescribe.
22? Yeah,
Cool.
22.
Natural 1. I'm very distracted.
What are you distracted by?
I think my mind thing goes back to the conversation that Red and Dragonheart and Typhoon were talking about with like what it means to be a murderer and what it means and like killing, and it's just I don't know, it's all I mean, I can see that, both of them are right, but I don't know, it's just a lot of thinking about morality.
Cool. Typhoon, you do not see anything or hear anything while looking about.
Yeah, let's go.
You guys have your shift together. If there's anything you'd like
Yeah.
to discuss, or we can move on.
I don't know if you're
How
just in.
have,
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
How have you been?
Oh, getting arrested, getting kicked out of
Well,
a bar.
yeah, I know, but,
Otherwise,
How have you been?
Nothing
Everything that's
here.
happened to you,
But-
too.
nothing.
but are you alright?
Honestly, I've been through worse. It's not that bad. Like, at least we got out
What
of
could be
it.
worse?
Not getting out of it.
A lot of things being, stuck at sea. One of them, just amongst many other things. Yeah. But
How do you feel about like being like accused for things that you didn't do? I don't know. It's all weird.
yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't like that. It seems that it seems like we're being what's the word?
Framed.
People framed, kind of like framed, and people are like trying to fake as us. I don't like that one bit. It makes me want to. I guess I shouldn't say hurt them because we're trying to be good people now. All of a sudden.
Well, thinking about wanting to, hurt someone and actually doing it, I think are two different things, right?
I mean, you never know when we find them what will happen.
Well, yeah, but thinking about it and doing it are.
Yeah, at the time, I'm not gonna do it because I, don't know where they are. But who's to say in the future that I, won't? That depends on a lot of factors. But I'm not saying that I'm gonna do it like out of the gate, out of nowhere, without any explanation.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanna know why.
Yeah.
I just wanna talk.
I don't think I've ever done anything wrong. Like, well, I wouldn't say I haven't done anything wrong ever, but it's just
Within like what we're like trying to being held sort of prisoner over.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
sure, we've caused a lot of problems, but they were all in like good intention.
And causing some of those problems fixed a lot of problems for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
but sometimes it's all a matter of point of view, who's looking at it.
We've taken lives, but
A lot of people have in this world, you know?
I don't think that makes us bad people.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it makes us bad people, but I wouldn't say it makes us the best of people either sometimes.
Yeah.
They always say there's more than one way to go about doing things at times, but I don't think it's always necessarily black and white. Sometimes there is only one way, especially when defending yourself against bandits or what may have you, or dragons at that. But at the end of the day, somebody's going to look at you as an evil villain. Think of the, let's say the dragons have other family members that just weren't there. Where they're villains now. We are the bad guys in their eyes.
I don't like thinking about if they had family members, because then, like...
Well,
if
knowing
they
them, they're
do,
probably
then
just
that would
as
mean that they
evil.
would come after us, and I don't want them to come after us.
Brandon writes this down. I'm kidding.
Wow, we're a really cool blood point.
But
There may be a problem in their future.
it's all a matter of point of view. I mean, in my personal opinion, the inspector person that was interrogating us, though quite aggressively, was doing their job and trying to maintain as much of a neutral standpoint. I get where they're coming from.
Neutral? I don't think
Like,
she was being neutral. Like, she was probing us deliberately about things, and...
Well, neutral
and,
and like
like-
doing her job.
I don't know, I don't like that.
Oh yeah, it's never fun. It's never fun to be interrogated at all, no matter what the circumstances are. No
Were
matter if
you
you're
ever
right or wrong.
interrogated before that?
Oh yeah, I've been interrogated a few times.
For what?
That's being framed or different things, or maybe things I've
Mm.
done. That's what I'm saying. It's
Mm.
never fun whether you're right or wrong, but
Yeah.
it's someone's got to do it.
I'm
Okay.
tired.
Yeah, say okay. So third watch.
Still at disadvantage.
It is nighttime, so no.
15.
19.
Okay, we'll get to that. You guys happier? Time.
I punch her now. Ren, what the fuck? There's this all. No, that would be awful.
Hey, you guys can talk if you have anything you'd like to talk about. Oh, Douglas at this point has like come down and is like, if you're sitting, Douglas is like in the dirt in between your legs, like.
I don't think. I think with all the excitement, Ren's pretty quiet. So.
I don't know. Dragonheart would probably try to reiterate and just be like, Ren, I really want you to stop considering yourself a murderer. You're not a murderer. You see yourself in such a negative light because of that incident. And it's not your fault. You're a good kid who's just trying to make it through here, and the world is very different out here than it is compared to your home. And yeah, it was kind of a shitty thing that happened. It's not the outcome that we had hoped for, but that thing was not your fault. You're not a murderer. You don't want to do anyone harm. And I know you're trying to accept responsibility, but it doesn't have to be you to accept it when it's not your fault.
I understand what you're saying.
You just don't believe me, do you?
I believe that you believe what you're saying. But that's okay. We don't have to agree on it.
Alright, well then do me one favor. The next time we're in a situation like that, don't say you're a murderer.
No promises.
Alright.
Okay. So you, your night goes by uneventful. As your last shift. So day will break Rin, you're awake for this one this time, but it's still like that harsh. As you watch, you've never seen a sunrise like this before. It takes a little bit because of the height of the trees, but you still can find a patch as you sit there, with Dragonclaw and
Dragonclaw.
Dragonclaw. Yeah, I always do that. Dragonheart. With Dragonheart, and you watch the sun. Your eyes are adjusting, but you see, and there is a bit of natural beauty in, the full sun, not obscured by the shroud of twilight of the north, but it is a painful thing for your eyes to behold. You're not dumb enough to look directly at the sun, but
You sure my intelligence stat says otherwise?
I would think Rin's base instincts are not on the level of a certain political figure, so you wouldn't look directly at the fucking sun.
Fair.
So yeah, you shield your eyes and you look as you see the different. You've only ever seen the orange hues of, morning. But here it's a cacophony of colors as you see the blue sky begin to paint itself against the black backwash of the night as the orange and yellow light rise up and that diffuses out. And after a few minutes of watching, you definitely need to be like, all right, we're done with that. But it is just like I've said before. Every step you've taken further south is further from home, and seeing the sunrise is something that. Do you remember your father said he would always take you one day to see the sunrise? And there's a bit of a bit of a sadness in there from he's not there.
You're stuck with my dumbass watching this
But you are with somebody that, as far as I, the DM, knows, Rin trusts and likes and considers a best friend. And as far as I know about Dragonheart sees equal in Rin.
Mm-hmm.
So there is, as much as there is that sadness from not being there with your father, there is a bit of, acceptance and happiness that you are sharing it with somebody who, it might not have been who you thought, but you're still with somebody that cares about you and you care about them as the sun rises. And you all get your long rest.
Long rest.
Yay for a long rest.
All those hit points back.
Give me them sweet, I didn't take any damage hit points.
Does that do the thing on the... I forgot exactly what the requirements were for... So that would give a 1d3 charge on the thing, right?
Yep.
The thing.
So it'd be a D4 minus 1 unless you get a 1.
Yeah. Oh, so 2.
Cool. So,
No shakers.
as you all wake up, get ready to embark for the day, Checkers will, hop up and, you guys got any, food to cook? Or be, trail mixing it?
Yeah,
Rations aplenty.
Ration. Yeah.
Got it. So we're trail mixing it.
We
Cool.
might be able to hunt along the way.
Might
for a lot.
I borrow one? Or I guess I'm not going to give it back. Might I have a one?
No ration?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. I was not anticipating taking this method of travel. I was also anticipating of staying in town a little bit.
I'll hand him a washing.
Oh. Well, thank you, Teresa.
Yeah.
And you guys will have breakfast together as you begin to, pack up and continue your journey southbound.
Making our way southbound.
As you guys spend your entire day, going through the trees, going down these paths, you're following signs, you're following direction. There's, it's pretty easy. The roads here, the roads up north are pretty nice. They're well kept. I mean, as much as you can fight back the tide of a never-ending growth of nature. Here it is much. The edges of the road have a lot more space on them. There's a lot more give for the created aspect as they carved through nature. As you make your way south, around 2, 3 o'clock, when the sun is pretty high and very bright, you break the tree line. And you see in front of you a massive rolling plains that you, Rin, have never seen before. As you feel the wind is getting closer into fall, there's still a bit of warmth on the wind as it, brushes past and rustles your hair. You felt wind, of course. You've been through storms and breezes and stuff, but this feels open. This feels unencumbered by anything else about it. As you step out, it is blinding, though. Unfortunately, you're like, this is pretty cool looking. Jeez!
What have I done?
My eyes! But you are adjusting more and more. And Ariana, same to you. You've seen these before, but your eyes are also like, oh my god! This is a moonlight!
Sorry, to have the Sailor Moon theme go through my head.
Bye, my god! So for Nariana, you grew up, for a couple years on this half. And there's a little bit of, nostalgia for how beautiful and widespread and open this area is. And you remember, you have some memories of playing out in the fields during the day and enjoying the warmth embrace of the sunlight. But there's also that tinge of your past of, you're from here, but you know where your heart really sits. And you're getting farther and farther away from the temple. And then for Dragonheart and Teresa, y'all are both just like,
It's the sun, all right.
no, well, yeah, it's the sun, all right, but there's also that moment of like, all right, a little bit of normalcy, a little bit of what you're used to
forgot
just
what the
seeing.
sun
Yeah, you
looked
guys are.
like.
This is like, your eyes aren't adjusting. They were a little bit, but now they're back to normal, and you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, and you feel the breeze as you see the grass roll in front of you in the wind. Now for one of you, that's pretty normal because Taroga has plants and fields and things like that. For another one of you,
Where's all the sand?
I say the north is pretty cool because it's full of trees. Seeing this, it is like
Baby trees.
yeah. So like you see, it's like a desert in the sense of it is very vast and very open, Dragonheart, but it is very much tall grass.
Yeah.
There are pathways cut in between the tall grass, but it's very long, tall grass that off in the distance you see deer bounding, you see birds flying through. It's reminiscent of a painting that is in your home from, not your stepmother, but from your mother. Your mother painted it years and years ago, before you were even a twinkle in your father's eye. From when she traveled the world with your father.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, it looks similar.
Right.
It's not exact, but there is that...
It's still the same, like green.
Yeah, it's that green that feels the same. And there's a little bit of that, that embrace you haven't felt from your mother, like from your birth mother, in a long time. And there's that moment in your brain where it clicks. And you feel like you're walking with her in her footsteps. through her travels with your father.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, standing there, feeling the wind across your face, the warmth, seeing everything. You kind of feel like a connection that you never... Because when she was alive, you only were in Dryota. It's all you knew.
It's all I know.
But this feels like something, like a part of her is now, you're experiencing what she experienced. Typhoon, this is...
Huh?
I mean, yeah, these open fields. You've been, you went around with your parents when you were younger a few times. You're mostly stuck in, your estate. But this has that nostalgic feeling for you as well. It's also a little bit of like, you're the closest to where your family is from that you've been in a long, long time.
I probably would like let out a sigh of like relief being kind of closer to home, but then also the what the Inquisitor said about being almost captured by my parents like throws me off a lot too.
It dances around in the back of your mind. It's kind of like a shadow
me.
over this.
Yeah.
And then, Teresa, you're used to, Taroga, and you're used to, nothing this vast, though. Smaller pockets of fields. This is an expanse. The grass is still very vibrant and green, but there are hints of brown within there that come with fall into winter as little pockets of the grass is, dying down. But there's still this massive expanse in front of you. You guys have, the world set in front of you. It almost seems like where you were before was inside of a building, and this is open nature. But you were in nature. Oh, thank you for the bits.
Thank you for the bits.
As you all have this, bit of feeling of anticipation, worry, excitement, confusion, all these emotions from the past, for some of you, the past month is, past month and a half. Everything's been happening so much, and you've been traveling so much. You've been traveling together, but you're always a little on edge, especially for those of you that weren't from the north. Everything was vastly different in the north than what you've ever experienced. There's a little bit of, freedom and calm inside that tension as, emotions roil about. And you continue for the rest of your afternoon, just going down the pathways. You will see various people traveling by. It seems to be a mixture of caravans and, traders and families just traveling. Everything's... The roads are pretty traveled. You are quite far away. Most of them are going north-south direction. No one's really going cross east-west from where you're at right now. But from the map, there is... The closest city to where you are is now Varu, which I know it's been a long, long time. That is the city... the woman that is watching over the estate, the Thorn estate, she is the head defender of Varu. She is a close personal friend of Rin's father. She is the swarm keeper. That Rin was like, "You like bugs?" And she was like, "Damn right I like bugs." But so that is the closest city to where you're currently sitting and currently going. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session with the, it getting closer into evening. There's not really a good or bad spot to camp in the middle of the giant plains. You're kind of out in the open. There are areas with more, tiny pockets of trees or like thicker grass. So if someone would like to roll me survival just for a general sense.
I got it.
Hit it, Ariana.
Yeah, nice.
18.
18, you find a spot. You know, it's not, like I said, not super secluded because it is a giant open plains. But you do find a spot that would be, it takes you a little bit to get over there. It's kind of like up on a ridge a little bit, like up on a hill. But there's like this small stream that goes around, like from the main path that goes around that makes it, you know, you have to spend a few minutes. Rin has to tell Peanut and Frankie it's okay, they can cross it, it's fine. Peanut's like, I don't know if I like that. Those rocks don't look very sturdy.
Quit your bitching and
That's pretty, yeah, that's Frankie's like, shut up and keep
Is
going.
that a hawk behind you? You better run.
They take
I
off.
gotta get out of here.
You lose your horses. It's like Oregon Trail. Your horses
Don't
have
get
died.
there 10 times faster.
So yeah, you guys, you know, get ready for the night, and we're gonna end before you guys start taking watch. And you guys are, you know, setting up your little camp area. Everything's going easy. It is the colors of twilight once again gracing your presence as the sun sets and you're out in this open area. So with that all said,
All right. This video will go up on YouTube on Monday. But then other things happen as far as us go. Again, Sunday is the debut of DC by Night, Monument of Shadows, featuring our wonderful Cymerk being the storyteller of that. And as always, that starts at 6:30?
6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
6:30.
yeah.
But speaking of Cymerk and vampires,
And also feel free to catch me on the RPG table here on Twitch tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Chicago by Night, as we jump back into that. And that's the thing. As always, like, please follow our family, friends, and VTuber, everybody that we know and love. We are still ongoing with our charity to the Trevor Project. Tonight we had a $100 donation, so next week I will be smashing a cupcake in my face on stream, probably in the middle of the game, just for funsies. Because when you donate and I hit when we pass the $100 marks, yeah, that's what I'll do. So.
Hell yeah, I can't wait for that.
we're going to have cupcakes in the house at all times.
You can't.
Oh no, a tragedy.
Every Friday.
You
Really?
must leave at least one
How
available.
dare we have cupcakes in our house? I can't stand it.
How will I ever control myself?
Indeed.
I better roll for
And say,
wisdom.
make sure to check out all of our wonderful players. Like I said, they are doing their own streams. They're wonderful.
Including you.
Thanks. A certain Tristin Shiro just finished Outer Worlds.
I did just finish
Check out
Outer
those
Worlds.
VODs.
Oh yeah, I was watching it.
So, with all of that being said, we will see you guys next time.
Bye
Bye.
It wasn't me!
Toodaloo.